to make ends meet, weighed down by financial stress. I see the moments of anxiety, the nights where you lie awake, wondering how things will come together. I see the rejection you've endured, the hurt that lingers in your heart, and those quiet fears that have been whispered over you. Fears that try to tell you you're not enough, that maybe you'll never be enough. I see the loneliness that fills your heart, and I know the dreams you carry within, dreams that seem farther away with each passing day. I know the moments when doubt takes over, when you feel like giving up. But even now, I am here. My presence surrounds, reaching into the depths of your need, your longing, and your questions. Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteousness you face. But this, right here, is not the end. You are not defined by these hardships. Your worth does not depend on the circumstances that try to bring you down. You are more than your doubts, more than your fears. You are strong, resilient, and capable of overcoming. Your value is not found in what you accomplish in your bank account or in the opinions of others. Your worth is anchored in me, and in my eyes you are priceless. You are the light of the world. A town built on a hill cannot be hidden. Matthew 5 verse 14. There is a brilliance in you that no darkness can extinguish. I have placed within you gifts, strengths, and a light that the world desperately needs. I know it's hard to see now, but I have a purpose for you, a unique role for you to play. Every experience, every challenge you've faced is part of the larger picture I am weaving, a tapestry that may feel scattered right now, but is being knit together with intention and love. You are not simply moving through the motions of life. You are living a life filled with meaning and purpose. I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Jeremiah 29 verse 11. Even when you can't see the way, I am making a way. Even when life feels overwhelming, trust that I am right here with you, working all things together for good. In this season, I ask for your trust. Trust that I am never slow, that I have not forgotten you. I see each of your needs, every area of your life that feels broken or incomplete. In time, you will see how these pieces fit together, how I am working behind the scenes, even in the silence. And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose. Romans 8 verse 28. Let patience grow within you. Let faith guide you in this waiting. There is strength to be found here, even in what feels like delay. Let this time refine you, bring you closer to who you truly are, and remind you that you are resilient. For those who wait for the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. Isaiah 40 verse 31. This journey has meaning, even if the purpose isn't clear just yet. Do not let fear overcome you. I am by your side. You are capable of rising above, of moving forward with courage, even in the face of doubt. For God did not give us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of self-discipline. 2 Timothy 1 verse 7. You were made for this moment, and there is a strength in you that is unshakable. Each time you choose to rise, each time you push past the whispers of defeat, you grow stronger and become more of who I made you to be. I know this path is hard. I know it feels as though you are walking through a storm, but even storms have their end. You are being strengthened in ways you cannot yet see. Let this time bring out the courage within you, knowing that you do not have to face this alone. You have my guidance, my love, and my assurance with you every step of the way. I will instruct you and teach you in the way you should go. I will counsel you with my loving eye on you. Psalm 32 verse 8. Believe in this. You have a purpose that no one else can fulfill. Your gifts, your dreams, your story, all of these are threads that I have woven together. You are needed, and there is a place for you that only you can fill. When doubt tries to take over, remember that your life has significance, that you are moving toward a purpose even if it feels hidden right now. So hold on. Allow hope to rise, and let peace fill your heart, knowing that I am with you, guiding each step, shaping each day. Better days are ahead, even if you cannot yet see the dawn. Let this truth bring you peace. I am for you, and I believe in the strength within you, the strength I placed there from the beginning. Find rest in my love. Peace I leave with you, my peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled, and do not be afraid. John 14 verse 27. Rest in this truth, and know that, even now, you are deeply loved and profoundly valued. Hold on to this hope. I am with you, and I will be with you always. I am with you in every trial, in every quiet moment, in every deep sigh. Know that even when you feel lost, when you can't see the next step, I am here guiding you, gently moving you toward a place of peace and fulfillment. This season of struggle, this place of difficulty, is not your destination. It is part of your journey, but it is not the end. It is here to shape you, to refine your spirit, and to deepen your faith. There are moments when you feel like you're not enough, when the weight of life makes you question your value and your place in this world. In those times, remember that you were created intentionally, uniquely, and with a purpose that cannot be diminished by circumstance or hardship. For you created my inmost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Psalm 139 verses 13 to 14. Every part of you, every strength and every struggle was known to me before you were born. You are seen, known, and deeply cherished. I know you wonder why you must face such struggles, why some paths seem harder than others. There is a strength that is born only through perseverance, a wisdom that comes only through endurance. Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. James 1 verses 2 to 3. This perseverance is creating a resilience within you, a faith that cannot be shaken, and a heart that knows how to lean on me. Your life has significance beyond what you can see now. There are people who need what you have to offer, people who will be encouraged by your story, who will find strength through the ways you've overcome. I am weaving your experiences, your victories, and your lessons into a testimony that will bring hope to others. In moments of doubt, lean into faith. Know that even the smallest bit of faith, like a mustard seed, can move mountains. Truly I tell you, if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it will move. Nothing will be impossible for you. Matthew 17 verse 20. You don't have to have all the answers. You only need to trust that I am guiding you, that I am here in every step, carrying you when the road is hard and cheering you on as you press forward. It is in the quiet moments, in the stillness of your heart, that I speak to you most clearly. Take time to listen, to rest, to let go of the fears that press in. Be still, and know that I am God. Psalm 46 verse 10. In the stillness, you'll find peace that surpasses all understanding, a peace that can't be shaken by the world around you. Let my peace guard your heart and mind, and find rest in knowing that I am here, unwavering and unchanging, holding you close. As you walk through this season, remember that every tear you've shed, every prayer whispered in the dark is precious to me. I hear each one. You keep track of all my sorrows. You have collected all my tears in your bottle. You have recorded each one in your book. Psalm 56 verse 8. Your pain does not go unnoticed, nor is it without purpose. In time, these moments of difficulty will give way to joy, to a renewed sense of purpose and strength. Hold on to hope. Let it be an anchor for your soul, something that keeps you steady in the midst of the storm. Hope is not something you have to muster on your own. It is a gift I give freely. We have this hope as an anchor for the soul, firm and secure. Hebrews 6 verse 19. Let this hope fill you, let it sustain you, and let it remind you that the best is yet to come. Even now, I am working in ways you cannot see, orchestrating circumstances, opening doors, and preparing you for what lies ahead. The dreams you hold, the desires of your heart, I am aware of them all, and I am working to bring about the best for you, in the right time and in the right way. Delight yourself in the Lord, and He will give you the desires of your heart. Psalm 37 verse 4. Your dreams matter to me, and I am shaping a future that is filled with purpose, joy, and peace. Trust in my timing, even when it seems slow. There is a time for everything, and a season for every activity under the heavens. Ecclesiastes 3 verse 1. You may not understand the delays, but trust that I am always on time, that I am never late. I am aligning things in your life, preparing your heart, and guiding you toward blessings you can't yet imagine. Patience may feel difficult, but it is producing in you a strength that will carry you through every challenge. I am here to remind you that you are enough, just as you are. You don't need to prove your worth or earn my love. My love for you is unconditional, unwavering, and unending. Let go of the pressure to be perfect, to have it all figured out. Rest in the assurance that you are loved beyond measure. The Lord your God is with you, the mighty warrior who saves. He will take great delight in you. In His love, He will no longer rebuke you but will rejoice over you with singing. Zephaniah 3 verse 17. Imagine that, the Creator of the universe rejoicing over you, singing songs of love and joy because of who you are. Let go of fear, for it has no place in the life I have for you. There is a courage within you that can overcome any obstacle, a strength that can rise above every doubt. Embrace that courage, step into that strength, and know that with me by your side, you are unstoppable. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the stronghold of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? Psalm 27 verse 1. Step forward in boldness, knowing that I am your refuge, your strength, and your ever-present help in times of trouble. So keep going, keep believing, keep trusting. Each day, each step, brings you closer to the fulfillment of what I have promised. When the road feels long and the weight heavy, remember that I am walking this journey with you, carrying you when you can no longer stand, giving you strength when you feel weak. There is a purpose in your journey, a reason for every moment, every trial, and every triumph. Your life is woven into a tapestry that is beautiful and complete in my sight, even if the threads seem tangled to you now. Trust that I am the master weaver, creating something that will ultimately bring glory and fulfillment. And know this, there is nothing that can separate you from my love. No hardship, no failure, no fear, no doubt. For I am convinced that neither death nor life, neither angels nor demons, neither the present nor the future, nor any powers, neither height nor depth, nor anything else in all creation, will be able to separate us from the love of God that is in Christ Jesus our Lord. Romans 8 verses 38 to 39. This love is your foundation, your safe place, your constant reassurance. I believe in you. I believe in your strength, your resilience, and your capacity to rise above. I am with you now, and I will be with you always through every moment, every season, every trial, and every triumph. So rest in my peace. Rest in my love. Embrace the journey, knowing that with me, you are never alone, and you are always deeply, unconditionally loved. As you stand in the midst of this journey, know that I have seen the end from the beginning. The moments that feel overwhelming, the questions that fill your mind, all of it is known to me, and I am here, ready to carry you through. Though you may not understand the fullness of my plan, trust that it is for good, crafted with care and infused with my love for you. Each twist, each turn, serves a purpose that will become clear in time. And I do not ask you to ignore them or pretend they don't exist. Instead, I invite you to see them as stepping stones, as opportunities for growth, for faith, for trust. I see your heart, the strength it takes to keep moving forward. I see the effort it takes to remain hopeful, to hold on to faith when things seem uncertain. This faith you are building now, this resilience, will carry you farther than you can imagine. There is power in surrender, in letting go of the weight that you were never meant to carry alone. You don't need to figure it all out or have all the answers. Come to me with your burdens, and let me give you rest. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Matthew 11 verse 28. Lean into this rest, trust in my ability to work through every detail, and find peace in knowing that I am in control. In this life, challenges will come, but remember that they do. You are defined by my love, by the purpose I have set before you, and by the strength I am building today. Defined by your resilient courage to face each day, and by your unwavering spirit. When the world feels heavy, remember who you are in me, a beloved soul, cherished beyond measure, held securely in my hands. Every obstacle, every hardship, is a stepping stone toward something greater, a preparation for what lies ahead. The path may be steep, but it is leading to a place of peace, purpose, and joy. Though you may feel tested, remember that I am refining you, building you up for the great things I have prepared for you. Your purpose is unique, a calling that no one else can fulfill in quite the same way. I have placed within you gifts, dreams, and abilities that are yours alone. Embrace them. Trust that these desires and talents are not random, but are part of the work I am doing in and through you. There is a purpose for you that cannot be erased by circumstances, doubts, or fears. Embrace it fully, and walk forward with confidence, knowing that I am with you every step of the way. And when you reach the end of this season, you will see the beauty that came from these challenges. You will see how each moment, each lesson, brought you closer to the fullness of who you are meant to be. You will see that even in the midst of struggle, there was a purpose, a reason, a plan unfolding. You will look back and realize that every step was worth it, that every tear, every prayer, and every ounce of faith brought you to a place of strength, wisdom, and peace. So hold on, dear one. Do not be discouraged by the struggles of today, for they are shaping you, refining you, and preparing you for a future filled with hope and promise. You are seen, you are loved, and you are not alone. In every trial, in every moment of doubt, in every breath I am here. Lean into my love, let it be your anchor, and know that with me, you have the strength to overcome, the faith to persevere, and the courage to fulfill your destiny. The road ahead may be unknown to you, but it is known to me. Trust that I have gone before you, that I am walking beside you, and that I will be with you until the very end. Rest in my love, find strength in my promises, and let your heart be filled with hope. For I am with you always, now and forever. And as you continue, let this be your comfort. I am not only with you but also within you, guiding each step and sustaining you when you feel weak. Even in moments when it feels like you are alone, my presence surrounds you. My spirit is within you, a source of strength, courage, and unwavering peace. The Lord is my shepherd, I lack nothing. He makes me lie down in green pastures, he leads me beside quiet waters, he refreshes my soul. Psalm 23 verses 1-3. You may feel that your journey has more valleys than mountaintops right now, more darkness than light, but know this, the night will not last forever. Dawn is coming. In every trial, I am sowing seeds of growth, planting wisdom, and cultivating a resilience that will become your foundation. These roots of faith, deepened in hardship, will sustain you and give you strength for years to come. As you face each day, remember that you are precious to me. Your life is sacred, and every moment holds value in my eyes. The fears, insecurities, and doubts you feel, they do not diminish your worth, unchanging and eternal. Nothing you face can shake that truth. Are not 5 sparrows sold for 2 pennies? Yet not one of them is forgotten by God. Indeed, the very hairs of your head are all numbered. Don't be afraid, you are worth more than many sparrows. Luke 12 verses 6-7. I know that sometimes, it's hard to see yourself as I see you. The world's voices may drown out my promises, but in the quiet places, listen for me. My voice is gentle, yet it is always speaking, calling you to remember who you are, beloved, chosen, and created for a purpose. When you feel unworthy, know that I see your true worth. When you feel overwhelmed, know that I am with you, lifting you up. For we are God's handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do. Ephesians 2 verse 10. The path I have set for you may not always be easy, but it is one of meaning, one woven with purpose and love. The experiences you walk through, even those that feel heavy, are part of a story that is unfolding with beauty. Trust that each chapter has its place, that every season of waiting, every step of faith, is building toward a greater vision. Your life has significance beyond what you can see, and your journey has a destination filled with hope and promise. I know you feel the weight of waiting, of watching others seem to flourish while you are still planting seeds. But know this, no season of waiting is wasted. In these moments, I am preparing you, nurturing the dreams I have placed within you. Trust that the timing of these dreams is in my hands, and in due season, they will come to fruition. Be patient, hold on to hope, and trust that I am faithful. For the vision awaits its appointed time, it speaks of the end and will not prove false. Though it linger, wait for it, it will certainly come and will not delay. Habakkuk 2 verse 3. You do not walk this path alone. I am not a distant observer. I am your closest companion, guiding you with a love that is steadfast and unchanging. Lean into this love when the way forward feels uncertain, and let it be your foundation. Allow yourself to believe that with me, all things are possible. Even the mountains before you, the challenges that seem insurmountable, none of these can stand against my strength within you. If God is for us, who can be against us? Romans 8 verse 31. There will be days when fear may try to hold you back, when doubt will whisper that you are not enough. But remember, I have equipped you with a spirit of courage, with strength beyond your own, and with a peace that can withstand any storm. Stand firm, knowing that I am here, fighting for you, surrounding you with my power and grace. The Lord himself goes before you and will be with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Do not be afraid, do not be discouraged. Deuteronomy 31 verse 8. You are strong, not because you never face fear, but because you continue despite it. You are courageous, not because you are never weak, but because you trust in me to be your strength. Each time you rise, each time you choose faith over doubt, hope over despair, you are stepping closer to the fullness of who I created you to be. You are becoming, even now, a reflection of my love and grace in this world. And remember, nothing is beyond my power to redeem. There is no pain, no hardship, no season of struggle that cannot be turned into something beautiful. I am the one who makes all things new, who takes what is broken and creates beauty from ashes. Trust in this promise, even when it feels distant, for I am working all things together for your good. And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. Romans 8 verse 28. So, my beloved, lift your eyes. See beyond the struggles of today, and fix your gaze on the hope I have promised. Know that there is a purpose in every tear, a reason in every trial, and a victory beyond every challenge. You are stronger than you know, and with me you can overcome. Hold on to faith, lean into my love, and find peace in my presence. You are not alone, and you are deeply, infinitely loved. Let this love be your guide, your strength, and your anchor. Let it remind you, always, that you are mine, cherished and held, forever secure in my hands. Walk forward with confidence, dear one, for I am with you every step of the way. I believe in you. I see the beauty, strength, and potential that is within you, and I will never leave your side. So take courage, rest in my peace, and know that you are held in a love that will never let you go. In the moments when life feels too overwhelming, when doubt clouds your thoughts and the weight of your circumstances seems unbearable, remember that your journey is not defined by these moments. These challenges, though painful, are only temporary. What lasts is your resilience, your capacity to rise again and again, and the unwavering truth of my promises. Each moment, each struggle, is shaping you into a version of yourself that you might not yet fully recognize, but I see it clearly. The strength, the grace, the wisdom that will emerge from this season. Those are the things I am cultivating in you. When you look in the mirror and struggle to see the value within, let my voice remind you, you are fearfully and wonderfully made. I have designed you with purpose, with the gifts and talents you need to fulfill the calling I've placed on your life. Your story is not random, it is woven with meaning. Your unique path is no accident. You were made for this moment, and I have already equipped you with everything you need to navigate through the trials and emerge victorious. Before I formed you in the womb I knew you, before you were born I set you apart. Jeremiah 1 verse 5. These words are true for you. Long before you encountered the struggles you face today, I knew your heart, your dreams, and your challenges. I knew what you would need, and I made provision for you. Trust in this. When you feel as though the journey ahead is too much, I am right here beside you, walking with you every step of the way. You will not be left to carry these burdens alone. Every step you take is seen. Every tear you shed is known. And every prayer you whisper is heard. I am close to the brokenhearted, and I save those who are crushed in spirit. Psalm 34 verse 18. You are not invisible to me, and your pain does not go unnoticed. I am close, ever present, and I am working behind the scenes in ways you cannot yet see. Do not measure your worth by the world's standards. Success and value are not found in achievements or accolades. Your worth is found in your connection to me, in the love I have for you, and in the purpose I have placed on your life. You may not feel it now, but your value is not dependent on your circumstances. It is rooted in my unchanging love for you. Take a deep breath and let go of the pressures to measure up, to perform, to be perfect. You are enough, just as you are. You are not defined by your failures or setbacks, but by the truth that I am with you, and I am for you. I will never abandon you, or leave you to face life's storms on your own. For the mountains may depart and the hills be removed, but my steadfast love shall not depart from you, and my covenant of peace shall not be removed, says the Lord, who has compassion on you. Isaiah 54 verse 10. In the times when doubt creeps in, when you wonder if you'll ever find your way, hold on to my word. I will guide you in every season, and I will show you the way, even when the path is unclear. Trust that my plan for you is good, even when it doesn't make sense in the moment. You are not walking blindly. I am your light in the darkness, and I will never let you go. I will instruct you and teach you in the way you should go. I will counsel you with my loving eye on you. Psalm 32 verse 8. These words are a promise I make to you, that I will guide you, that I will lead you through every trial, and that I will give you the wisdom you need. When you don't know what to do, when the road ahead seems full of obstacles, trust that I will light your path and give you the courage to take the next step. Even when you don't have all the answers, you can trust that I am with you, leading you forward. Though the storms may rage and the waves may feel overwhelming, know that I am the one who calms the seas. He got up, rebuked the wind and the waves, and it was completely calm. Mark 4 verse 39. The same power that stilled the storm is available to you now. My peace is not fleeting. It is steadfast and enduring. You can find rest in me, knowing that I am in control and that nothing, absolutely nothing, is beyond my power to change or redeem. And in those moments when you feel unworthy, or as if you've failed, remember this. I do not love you because you are perfect. I love you because you are mine. I know your heart. I know your struggles, your weaknesses, and your mistakes, and still, I love you. Nothing can separate you from my love, not your failures, your mistakes, or the hard seasons you walk through. For I am convinced that neither death nor life, neither angels nor demons, neither the present nor the future, nor any powers, neither height nor depth, nor anything else in all creation, will be able to separate us from the love of God that is in Christ Jesus our Lord. Romans 8 verses 38 to 39. It is this love that will carry you through. It is this love that will sustain you when your strength runs out. I am the one who gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak. Isaiah 40 verse 29. Your strength is not limited to your own ability. It is empowered by my presence in your life. When you feel you can't go on, trust that I will carry you. When you feel too weak, know that my strength is made perfect in your weakness. 2 Corinthians 12 verse 9. You are capable of overcoming these obstacles, not because you are invincible, but because I am with you, and I will give you everything you need to stand firm. Do not be afraid of the future, for I am already there. Do not fear the challenges ahead, for I have already gone before you to prepare the way. You are more than capable, not because of your own strength, but because I am your strength, and I am faithful to finish the work I have started in you. I can do all this through him who gives me strength. Philippians 4 verse 13. This is your truth, and this is my promise. With me you will not only survive, but you will thrive. Your struggles do not define your future. They are stepping stones to a victory that you cannot yet fully see. Trust in my process, for my plans are greater than yours, and I am working everything together for your good. Romans 8 verse 28. So let go of fear. Let go of the burden of trying to control everything. Rest in the knowledge that I am working in your life, in ways you may not see now, but will one day understand. I will guide you, I will provide for you, and I will never leave you. You are not alone. You are never alone. I am with you always, and I will carry you through this season. Hold fast to hope, hold fast to my promises, and remember, you are mine and I am yours. I am the God who sees you, the God who knows you, and the God who loves you. I will bring you through this, and I will be with you on the other side. Do not fear the journey, for it is leading you to a place of peace, a place of joy, and a place where you will see my faithfulness unfold in your life. Keep walking, keep trusting, and know that I am with you always. I see your heart in this moment, the struggles you're enduring, and the weight you carry. You may feel as though you're at your breaking point, and the road ahead is long and unclear. But in this very moment, I want you to know, I am right here with you. I see the uncertainty that clouds your future, and I understand the burden you bear. Your pain does not go unnoticed, and your journey is not unseen. Every step, no matter how small, matters to me. When you're walking through the valley of fear, doubt, or despair, know that you are not walking alone. The very ground beneath your feet may feel unstable, but I am the rock on which you stand. My love for you is steadfast and unchanging, and I will not allow you to fall. In the darkest moments, I will be the light that guides your way. You may not feel it now, but trust me when I say, I am closer than you think. Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. Psalm 23 verse 4. This is a promise that I will always be with you, guiding and protecting you. When the road ahead feels overwhelming, look to me. I will give you the strength to keep going, even when you feel like you can't take another step. With every ounce of energy, I will renew your spirit. I will fill you with the courage and the resilience to press forward. I want you to understand that you are not defined by the hardships you face. The trials you're going through are not a reflection of your worth or your future. You may have moments when you doubt yourself, when you question your purpose, or whether you're capable of enduring this trial, but let me assure you, I have placed within you everything you need to overcome. Your potential is not defined by your circumstances, but by the gifts and strength I have given you. You are precious and honored in my sight, and I love you. Isaiah 43 verse 4. Know that you are loved, deeply loved, and that your life has immeasurable value. Your worth is not based on how the world sees you or the challenges you face. It's based on who you are in my eyes. I see you as someone worthy of my love, deserving of grace, and capable of more than you could ever imagine. You are strong. You are resilient. And even when you feel like you're failing, you are not. You are exactly where you need to be. It is easy to be overwhelmed by the weight of the present moment, especially when the future seems uncertain. But I want you to remember that I am the one who holds your future. Your story is unfolding perfectly according to my plan, even when you can't see it clearly yet. I am the one who knows the end from the beginning. You don't need to have all the answers now. You just need to trust that I will reveal them to you in due time. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your paths straight. Proverbs 3 verses 5-6. Trust me with your future, your dreams, your heart. I will make your path clear, even when the fog seems too thick to navigate. In the moments when you feel lost, I will be your compass. In times when you feel weak, I will be your strength. Your life is not about having everything figured out. It's about trusting in the process I've set before you and knowing that you are exactly where I want you to be. The struggles you are facing today do not define your life, they refine it. Every challenge, every hardship, every moment of doubt is an opportunity for growth. You may not understand it now, but this is shaping you into the person you are meant to be. You are not being punished. You are being prepared. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future. Jeremiah 29 verse 11. I have a purpose for your life that goes beyond anything you can currently see. Every difficulty you face is part of the bigger picture, part of the beautiful tapestry I am weaving in your life. When your faith falters, when you feel unsure of the road ahead, hold fast to this truth. I am your refuge and strength, an ever-present help in times of trouble. Psalm 46 verse 1. You are not alone. You are not abandoned. You have never been, and you will never be, beyond the reach of my love. My arms are wide open, waiting to embrace you with peace, to fill your heart with hope, and to remind you that you are deeply cared for. In your weakness, I am made strong. In your fear, I am your courage. In your uncertainty, I am your confidence. I will give you the grace to endure and the strength to rise above. Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. Isaiah 41 verse 10. You may not always understand the journey, but trust that it is leading you somewhere. Trust that I am at work in your life, guiding you with love and wisdom. Even when you can't see it, know that I am working for your good. The obstacles you face are not there to defeat you. They are there to refine you, to build your faith, to draw you closer to me. And with each step you take, you are becoming more of the person I created you to be. There is purpose in your pain, and you will come through this stronger, wiser, and more resilient. I am equipping you for what lies ahead. You will not just survive, you will thrive. Your story is far from over, and the best chapters are still to come. I see you, and I believe in you. You are capable. You are strong. You are loved. And I am with you always, every step of the way. Take heart, for I am working all things together for your good. Romans 8 verse 28. Do not be afraid, for I have already gone before you, and I will make your way straight. You are never alone. I am with you, and I will carry you through this. Even in the moments when it feels like everything is falling apart, remember that you are being shaped for something greater. What you are enduring right now is not the end. It is a process, a refining, a molding, and though it may be difficult, it is all for your growth. I am using this season of your life to make you more resilient, more understanding, and more prepared for the future I have planned for you. When you think of your journey, remember that there is no struggle, no moment of pain, that I cannot redeem. I see every tear you have shed, and I am collecting them. Every sleepless night, every moment of uncertainty, every feeling of inadequacy, nothing escapes my notice. I am not distant from your suffering. I am right there, walking beside you, carrying your burdens. Though it feels heavy now, you are stronger than you think. The strength you need to face each day is already within you. You don't have to see the whole picture to know that I am working behind the scenes. In the darkness, my light is shining through you. Trust that I am at work even when you cannot see the evidence right away. You are moving forward with each step, even when it feels like you're standing still. Take courage and hold fast to your faith. Faith is not about seeing the end result immediately. It is about trusting that I am with you in the journey, even in the hard moments. My plan for your life is unfolding in ways that you may not fully understand right now, but I assure you it is for your good. I have not forgotten you. The world may overlook you, but I see you. I see your heart, your efforts, your dreams. I see everything you've done and everything you're becoming. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. Exodus 14 verse 14. You don't have to carry the burden alone. In fact, I am asking you to release it into my hands. Stop carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. Let go of the anxiety and fear. Trust in my provision. I know what you need even before you ask for it. I am preparing you for what is coming next, and I will guide you through every step. The way forward may not always be clear, but my love for you is constant and unshakable. When you are weary, I will be your strength. When you are lost, I will be your guide. When you feel unworthy, I will remind you of your immeasurable value. Your life is a treasure to me, and your journey is a part of my greater story of redemption. I understand that there are moments when doubt creeps in. You may feel as though you are not enough, as though you have failed or missed your opportunity. But let me remind you, my grace is sufficient for you. Your failures are not the end of the story, they are simply part of the process. I can take the broken pieces and make something beautiful from them. Just as the potter molds the clay, I am shaping you into the person you were meant to be. For we are God's handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do. Ephesians 2 verse 10. You are a work of art in my hands, and I have a purpose for your life that is unique to you. Don't let the world's standards define you. Don't let the lies of unworthiness keep you from walking in the full power I have given you. You are not defined by your mistakes or your struggles. You are defined by the love I have for you and the purpose I have placed within you. I know the road has been difficult. I know it feels like you've been walking through the wilderness for longer than you ever thought possible. But take heart, because the wilderness does not last forever. I am leading you to a place of abundance. The struggles you are experiencing now will soon give way to a season of growth and flourishing. Just as a seed must be buried in the soil to grow, your perseverance through this hardship is preparing you for something beautiful. Trust that I am at work, and trust that your breakthrough is coming. Be strong and take heart, all you who hope in the Lord. Psalm 31 verse 24. Hope is not just wishful thinking. It is a confident expectation that I will come through for you. And I always do. I have always been faithful, and I will continue to be. When your hope feels small, I will sustain it. When your faith feels weak, I will strengthen it. And in the end, you will see that every trial was part of the plan, that every struggle was preparing you for the amazing future I have in store for you. Know that you are not alone in this journey. I am with you every step of the way. When the road feels lonely, I will walk with you. When the burdens are heavy, I will carry them for you. I am your constant companion, your ever-present help, and I will never leave you. Trust in my presence, even when you don't feel it. Rest in the knowledge that I will provide. Rest in my love. I am faithful to finish the work I've started in you, and I have already gone before you to prepare the way. Do not let your hearts be troubled. You believe in God, believe also in me. John 14 verse 1. Let this truth bring you peace. I will not fail you. I will not let you down. My plans for your life are good. I have called you to a purpose greater than you can imagine, and I am with you every step of the way. So take heart, dear one. Rest in my love. Trust in my plan. And know that you are not defined by your struggles, but by my grace and your purpose in my kingdom. You are more than a conqueror. I have already equipped you with everything you need to overcome, and the victory is already secured. You are not alone. You are never alone. I am with you always, and I will carry you through. The journey you are on, the path that seems so long and filled with challenges, is not one you have to walk alone. I see every step you take, even when it feels like you're walking in circles, trying to figure out where to go next. I know how heavy the burden is, how much weight you're carrying, and how difficult it seems to keep moving forward when it feels like nothing is changing. Yet I promise you, there is purpose in every moment, in every difficulty you face. Nothing that happens to you is wasted. Every trial, every setback, every moment of uncertainty is working towards something far greater than what you can see in this moment. I am not indifferent to your struggles. I know the pain you feel, the longing in your heart for something more, for something better. The desire for change, for breakthrough, for peace is deeply rooted in you, and it is a desire I placed there. Know that even when it seems like I am silent or far away, I am always near, walking with you, feeling every weight you carry. My presence is constant, and I will never leave you. It is easy in the midst of hardship to feel as though you are failing, as though you are not enough, or that you will never make it out of this season. But this is not the truth. The truth is that you are stronger than you realize. You have an inner strength, a resilience that has been built within you through every challenge you've faced. This strength is not of your own doing. It is a gift from me, a part of my creation in you. When you feel like you have nothing left, it is then that you are drawing from a source greater than yourself. This strength is not dependent on your circumstances, nor is it measured by your ability to avoid hardship. Your strength comes from me, and it is unshakable. It may feel faint at times, but it is there, and it will carry you through the hardest of times. When the world tells you that you're not enough, when the voices of doubt and fear rise within you, I want you to remember, you are enough. You are more than enough, not because of anything you've done, but because of who I created you to be. I do not make mistakes, and I do not make worthless things. You are a masterpiece, a work of art, designed with purpose and intention. You are not defined by the failures you've faced or by the mistakes you've made. You are defined by my love for you, and that love is unwavering and eternal. Your worth is immeasurable because it is found in me. You are not defined by the financial struggles you're facing. Your value is not measured by how much you have or don't have. Your worth is not found in your bank account, your possessions, or your status. Your value comes from the simple truth that you are mine. You are precious, worthy, and loved. I know the weight that financial stress brings, the constant worry about how to make ends meet, how to provide, how to move forward when it feels like everything is stacked against you. But I want you to know that I will provide for you. Trust in my provision. I have promised that I will meet your needs, and I will not fail you. There may be times when it doesn't look like it, when the provision doesn't come in the way you expect, but trust that I am always at work, always making a way. Even in the darkest times, I am working behind the scenes. And my God will meet all your needs according to the riches of His glory in Christ Jesus. Philippians 4 verse 19. I see the rejection you've faced, the hurt from relationships that have crumbled, the feelings of being overlooked or dismissed. I see the way you long for connection, for acceptance, and for love. But I want you to know that you are never alone. Even in the moments when people fail you, I will never fail you. I am the friend who sticks closer than a brother. Proverbs 18 verse 24. I am with you always. I see the depth of your pain, and I am here, present in the hurt. Your value does not depend on others' acceptance or approval. You are accepted and loved by me, fully and completely. You don't have to earn my love, and you don't have to prove your worth. You are worthy simply because I have created you, and I have called you by name. You are my beloved, and I will never leave you or forsake you. The fear you face is not your future. Fear can often feel like a heavy cloak that wraps around your heart and mind, paralyzing you, stopping you from moving forward, from taking the next step. It can feel all-encompassing, like the walls are closing in, and there is no way out. But fear is not the truth. The truth is that I have given you a spirit of power, of love, and of self-discipline. 2 Timothy 1 verse 7. You have been equipped with everything you need to face the fears that try to hold you back. You do not have to be ruled by fear. You are more powerful than fear, because I am with you. I will strengthen you. I will give you courage when you feel weak. When you take one step forward, even in the face of fear, I will be right there beside you, lifting you up. I understand the struggle with self-doubt, the constant battle in your mind, questioning whether you're good enough, questioning whether you can do it, questioning your purpose. But I want you to know that you are exactly where you need to be. Your doubts, though real, do not define you. You are not what you think of yourself in moments of weakness. You are not the negative voices that rise within you, the ones that tell you that you aren't capable, that you're unworthy. You are not defined by your doubts. You are defined by my truth, and my truth says that you are strong, capable, loved, and full of purpose. Even when you can't see the bigger picture, even when the road ahead seems foggy and uncertain, know that I have a plan for your life. It's a plan that is good, a plan that is filled with hope and a future. The challenges you face now will not last forever. For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future. Jeremiah 29 verse 11. The struggle is real, but it is not the end of your story. I am preparing you for something greater than what you can see right now. Trust in my timing. Trust that I am always at work, even when it feels like things are falling apart. I am putting everything into place for you. You are not forgotten. You are seen, you are loved, and you are valued. Your life has meaning, and your purpose is unfolding in ways that you may not fully understand yet. Keep moving forward, even when it feels hard. Giving up, I will give you the strength to keep going. Know that I am always with you, and that I will never leave your side. You are mine, and I will never let go of you. You are loved, you are cherished, and you are enough. I see the weight of the world on your shoulders. I know how it feels to wake up every day with a heart full of worry, constantly thinking about the future, about how to get through another day, another week. You wake up to the reality of bills that seem to pile higher, relationships that seem strained, dreams that feel far out of reach, and the feeling that you're just not enough. The weight of responsibility, of expectations, both the ones you place on yourself and those in, making everything feel heavy. When you wonder how much longer you can keep going like this, when the exhaustion is more than physical. It's in your mind, in your spirit, and it wears you down bit by bit. I know what it feels like when you don't have the answers, when the path ahead is unclear. The uncertainty can be paralyzing. You look around and see others seemingly thriving, moving ahead with their lives, while you feel like you're stuck, like you're falling behind, like you're not measuring up to where you think you should be. You try so hard, but the results don't come quickly enough. The progress feels so small, or sometimes like it's slipping through your fingers altogether. The battles in your mind are constant. The pressure to perform, to succeed, to be perfect, it all builds, and the fear of failure becomes louder than the voice of hope. You fear that if you don't get it right this time, the next time, you might not be able to get back up. You wonder, what if I'm just not capable of overcoming this? What if this is too much for me? I see the self-doubt that creeps in, the voice that tells you that you're not good enough, not strong enough, not worthy of the blessings you're hoping for. It tries to convince you that your dreams are too big, too far-fetched, and that maybe it's just safer to settle for what you have, even if it's not fulfilling, even if it's not what you've hoped for. I know how difficult it is to stand tall when the weight of doubt pushes you to bend. But I want you to know, those doubts don't define you. The fear of rejection, the anxiety of putting yourself out there, of trying something new, of taking a step toward what you believe is your calling. It's overwhelming, isn't it? You're afraid of being judged, of being misunderstood, of being told no again. The sting of rejection from others, whether it's in relationships, jobs, or even within your community, can feel like a wound that doesn't heal. But that rejection is not the end of the story. You are not less than because of it. You are not alone, and your worth is not tied to how others view you or whether you're accepted in their eyes. Your worth is anchored in me, and that is an unshakable foundation. I understand the feeling of being trapped in circumstances you cannot control. Maybe it's financial struggles, a job you feel stuck in, or the constant balancing act between work, family, and self-care. It feels like you're on a treadmill, running as fast as you can, but never getting anywhere. Every day feels like a race against time, and it's exhausting. Maybe you don't feel like you have the energy to give everything and everyone what they need. You're pulled in every direction, and no matter how much you give, it feels like it's never enough. Perhaps you're carrying the burden of guilt, feeling like you should have done things differently, feeling like you're not measuring up to the standards you've set for yourself. Maybe you're haunted by mistakes you can't undo, and the weight of that guilt keeps you looking back instead of forward, holding you captive in the past. The voices of regret are loud, and the thought that you could have done better, could have been better, can hold you back from fully embracing the present moment and the future I have planned for you. I see the loneliness you carry. Even when you're surrounded by people, there's a deep ache within you that no one seems to see or understand. You long for connection, for someone who truly gets you, who sees the real you beyond the surface. The moments when you've reached out and been let down, the times when you've hoped for companionship but ended up feeling isolated. You wonder if anyone truly cares, or if you're destined to walk through life alone. But I want you to hear this. You are never alone. Even in your darkest moments, I am with you always. I am the one who knows you deeply, who sees your heart, and who is close to the brokenhearted. Psalm 34 verse 18. You are never invisible to me. The stress that weighs on you, the constant worry about your future, about how to make ends meet, or how to face what's ahead, can leave you feeling paralyzed. I understand the pressure you feel to make the right decisions, to take the right steps, to know the answers, and to find a way out. The weight of this pressure can make every choice feel impossible. But I want you to remember that you don't have to carry that weight alone. I will guide you. I will give you wisdom in your decisions. Trust in my timing, for I know what lies ahead, even when you cannot see the way forward. I see the burden of feeling like you're failing your family, your friends, or even yourself. You long to be the provider, the rock, the one who has it all together, yet you feel like you're struggling to stay afloat. You carry the expectation that you should always have it all figured out, that you should always be strong, always be the one to hold things together. But it's okay not to have it all together. It's okay to need help. It's okay to lean on others and to lean on me. You are not failing. You are human. You don't have to be perfect, because I already see you as perfectly created. You don't have to prove yourself to anyone. You are enough as you are. And the guilt, the shame from mistakes you've made, the times when you didn't live up to your own ideals or to others' expectations, those feelings don't have to control you. I know those moments, those regrets, those painful memories that replay in your mind. But I want you to know that your mistakes do not define your future. I am a God of grace and forgiveness. What you may see as an obstacle, I can use for your growth. What you think has disqualified you, I can redeem. You are never beyond my love, beyond my reach, beyond my forgiveness. Your pain is real. The battles you face in your heart and mind are real. But they do not have to be the end of your story. I see you, not for your struggles, but for who you are. I see your strength, your potential, your heart that desires to do good, to make a difference, to love and be loved. The struggles you face are temporary, and they are shaping you into the person you are meant to become. Your story is not over yet. You are not finished. There is so much more ahead of you. Through every season, I am with you. I have never left you. I have not abandoned you, and I will not leave you now. My love for you is everlasting, and it will carry you through every storm, every doubt, every fear. You are not defined by your struggles. You are defined by my love. I see how it feels when you wake up, tired before you even start the day. You know there's a long to-do list ahead, but you feel like you have no energy left to even begin. Your mind is clouded with worries, doubts, and the endless tasks that seem impossible to juggle. Maybe it feels like every decision you make is met with resistance, or like every step forward takes you 2 steps back. You wonder how much longer you can keep this up, how much longer you can face these challenges that seem to never end. The stress you carry isn't just on your shoulders, it's in your mind, in your heart, and it settles deep within your soul. You wake up to the weight of it, and you go to bed with it, carrying it through the day like an invisible burden. You try to push through to keep going, but the exhaustion from fighting these battles, alone it feels at times, becomes overwhelming. You feel like you're at your breaking point, like you can't keep pretending to be strong when the reality feels so fragile. And yet, you keep going. You wake up each day, and you keep fighting, because you know that somehow, someway you have to. I see you when you feel like the weight of financial burdens is crushing you. The bills that pile up, the constant pressure to make ends meet. You fear that you're not doing enough, that you're failing to provide, to protect the ones you love. The constant struggle for stability can leave you feeling insecure, anxious, and unsure of your future. You're afraid that no matter how hard you work, it's never going to be enough. But I want you to know, you are not defined by your bank account or by the things you own. You are defined by me, by the heart I have placed within you, and by the love I have for you. No matter what you face, I will provide for you. The Lord is my shepherd, I lack nothing. Psalm 23 verse 1. Trust that I will meet your needs. I see the rejection you've faced, the doors that have closed, the relationships that have faded, the moments when you felt overlooked or unappreciated. You've put yourself out there, hoping for connection, hoping for acceptance, but the pain of rejection has stung deeply. The fear that you're not good enough, that you don't measure up, creeps into your thoughts. But I want you to understand this, you are enough. You were never meant to be defined by others' opinions of you. You were made in my image, and in my eyes, you are invaluable. For you created my inmost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb. Psalm 139 verse 13. You are loved just as you are, and nothing can change that. The loneliness you feel, even when surrounded by deafening. There are moments when you feel as though no one truly understands. No one truly sees the depth of what you're going through. The silence of isolation echoes in your heart, and you wonder if anyone will ever really know you, really care. But I see you. I see the real you. The one who is sometimes lost in the noise of life, who feels misunderstood or invisible. I know your pain, your longings, and your desires. I have never once turned away from you. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. Psalm 34 verse 18. You are not invisible to me. I am with you always. I know that fear often holds you back, fear of failure, fear of making the wrong decision, fear of disappointing others or yourself. You wonder, what if I'm not enough? What if I fail? What if everything falls apart? The weight of that fear can be paralyzing, but I want you to hear this. Fear has no hold over you. For God gave us a spirit not of fear but of power and love and self-control. 2 Timothy 1 verse 7. You have the strength within you to face whatever comes your way. I will lead you, guide you, and strengthen you through every step of your journey. There are times when self-doubt tries to take over. You look at the dreams inside you and wonder if they are too big, too far out of reach. You question whether you have what it takes to make them a reality. I want you to know that the dreams I've placed in your heart are there for a reason. They are a part of my plan for you, and I have equipped you for everything I've called you to do. You are not without purpose. You were created with intention and with a unique role to play in this world. Even when you don't feel capable, trust that I am with you. I can do all things through him who strengthens me. Philippians 4 verse 13. Do not let doubt steal your courage. Keep moving forward, one step at a time, and trust that I am guiding you. I see the moments when you've felt like giving up, when you've reached the end of your strength and don't know how to go on. It's hard when the road seems too long, the challenge is too great. But I want you to know that perseverance is part of the journey. You don't need to see the whole path ahead of you to keep moving forward. Trust in my timing. Trust that, step by step, I am leading you to where you need to be. You are not alone in this journey. I am with you, guiding you, supporting you through every trial and every victory. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. Exodus 14 verse 14. When you feel like you can't take another step, I will carry you. I see the way you put others' needs ahead of your own, the way you sacrifice and give, even when it feels like you have nothing left to give. You pour yourself out for others, your family, your friends, your community, and sometimes it feels like no one sees the effort, the love, the care you give. You wonder if it's worth it, if anyone notices or appreciates what you do. I want you to know this. I see everything. I see the quiet acts of kindness, the sacrifices made in secret, the love you pour out, even when no one else sees. You are not invisible to me. For God is not unjust. He will not forget your work and the love you have shown him as you have helped his people and continue to help them. Hebrews 6 verse 10. Your labor of love is not in vain. When you feel overwhelmed, when the challenges seem insurmountable, remember that I am with you. I am the one who strengthens you, who holds you up when you feel like you can't stand. I have never left you, and I never will. You are never alone, even when it feels like the whole world is against you. I am with you in every trial, in every moment of doubt, in every heartache. I am working on your behalf, even when you don't see it. And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. Romans 8 verse 28. Trust that I am working in your life, even when you can't see the full picture. Your story is not over. The pain, the struggles, the doubts, they do not define you. I am writing your story, and I know the ending. You are not defined by your setbacks, your mistakes, or your fears. You are defined by my love for you, and that love never fails. Hold on to hope, for I have a future for you, filled with purpose, joy, and peace. Even when the road is hard, I am with you, and I will guide you to where you need to be. Rest in my love. Rest in the assurance that I see you, that I am with you, and that you are never alone. You are valuable, you are loved, and you are capable of more than you know. Keep going, because I am right here beside you, every step of the way. I see the moments when you question everything, when your mind spins with doubt, and you wonder, what's the point of it all? Why am I still fighting? You may feel like you're drowning in the weight of your emotions, the pain, the confusion. Maybe you've asked yourself, where is God in all of this? But I want to assure you, I am right here with you, even when you can't see it. Your struggles are not invisible to me. I have not abandoned you. There are times when you feel like the promises I've made seem so far out of reach, like they belong to someone else but not you. The promises of peace, joy, and purpose feel distant, like an impossible dream. But hear this, my promises are for you. They are not based on your performance, your perfection, or how well you've done. They are grounded in my unchanging love for you. My word stands firm, and everything I have said will come to pass. For no matter how many promises God has made, they are yes in Christ. 2 Corinthians 1 verse 20. Trust that, though the road is hard, the promises I've spoken over your life will be fulfilled in my perfect timing. I see you, trying to make sense of everything, trying to understand the why behind the pain, the struggles, and the disappointments. And I know that sometimes, the answers don't come quickly enough. The why can feel elusive, and the weight of unanswered questions adds to the burden. But I want to remind you that it's okay not to have all the answers right now. You don't need to understand everything for it to make sense in your heart. You just need to trust me, even when you can't see the full picture. For we live by faith, not by sight. 2 Corinthians 5 verse 7. I know what I'm doing. Even when the pieces don't fit, I am at work behind the scenes, weaving your story with purpose. I see the moments of fear that grip your heart. The fear of failure, the fear of being rejected, the fear of being judged. Fear can paralyze you, keep you from moving forward, and make you feel small and insignificant. But I have not given you a spirit of fear. I have given you a spirit of power, love, and self-discipline. 2 Timothy 1 verse 7. You have within you the strength to face every fear that rises. You were made for greatness, and fear will never define you. You are equipped to overcome. Every step you take, no matter how small, is a victory. Keep pressing forward, because I am with you, and I will never leave you. The road you're walking isn't easy. The burdens you carry may seem too heavy to bear. I understand. I see the tears, the frustration, the deep longing for relief. You're not carrying this alone. My strength is made perfect in your weakness. 2 Corinthians 12 verse 9. When you feel like you can't take another step, I will carry you. You do not have to bear it all on your own. Lean on me, rest in my presence, and allow my peace to fill the spaces where fear and anxiety have taken root. I see the weariness that weighs on your soul. The constant pressure of trying to keep everything together, trying to be strong, trying to be enough for everyone else. You may feel like you're failing at it all, like you're not doing enough, and that you're falling short of the expectations placed on you. But hear this, you are enough. You do not have to be perfect to be loved, to be valued, or to be worthy. You are loved for who you are, not for what you do or how well you do it. You are enough because I say you are. The Lord your God is with you, the mighty warrior who saves. Zephaniah 3 verse 17. I am your strength, your shield, your protector, and I am with you every moment of every day. I know that sometimes the pressure to be someone else, to fit into a mold that was never meant for you, is overwhelming. You look at others and think, why can't I be like them? Why can't I have what they have? But I created you uniquely, with gifts and talents that only you possess. Your journey is not meant to look like anyone else's. I have given you everything you need to walk the path I've set before you. For we are God's handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do. Ephesians 2 verse 10. You are not a mistake. You are not a copy of someone else. You are a masterpiece, created for a purpose, with everything you need to fulfill it. I see the moments of doubt, when you question your worth. When you feel like you don't measure up, like you're not good enough to achieve the dreams in your heart. You might compare yourself to others and wonder if you're ever going to be enough. But I want you to understand something important. Your worth is not based on what you do, how much you accomplish, or what others think of you. Your worth is rooted in my love for you. So God created mankind in his own image. In the image of God he created them. Male and female he created them. Genesis 1 verse 27. You are worthy because I created you. And I don't make mistakes. The struggles you face may seem insurmountable. There are times when the road ahead feels unclear, and you wonder if you'll ever make it to the other side. But I want you to know that I am always with you, guiding you through the storms. Trust in my plan, even when you can't see the outcome. I am working in your life, shaping you, refining you, and preparing you for the future I have for you. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future. Jeremiah 29 verse 11. Even when it doesn't make sense now, I promise you that the journey is worth it. Keep trusting, keep believing, because I am with you every step of the way. Your struggles are not the end of the story. They are the refining moments, the stepping stones that will lead you to a place of greater strength, greater purpose, and greater peace. Keep going. The breakthrough is closer than you think. And when it comes, you will see how every struggle, every tear, every moment of doubt was worth it. You are stronger than you realize. You are more capable than you know. And you are loved, unconditionally, by the one who made you. Keep moving forward. Your story is not over. And I am with you always. I see the silent battles you're fighting within your heart. The conversations with yourself that no one else hears. The doubts that you try to silence, but seem to grow louder with each passing day. I see the quiet moments when you feel like you've failed. When the weight of the world presses down on your shoulders, and you wonder if it's all too much. You may question if there's a purpose in this struggle, if you'll ever get through to the other side. But hear this, I am with you through it all, and I understand the depths of your pain and weariness. I know it feels like you're not enough. Maybe you're grappling with self-doubt, unsure of your value or your ability to overcome the storms you're facing. Whether it's financial struggles, emotional exhaustion, or the fear that you're just not strong enough, I want you to know this, you are enough. You are not defined by your failures, your flaws, or your struggles. You are defined by my love for you. I have loved you with an everlasting love, Jeremiah 31 verse 3. My love does not waver or fade with time. It is constant, steady, and unshakable, no matter what you face. It's easy to look at the hurdles in front of you and think they will never end. When the mountain seems too high, when the storm feels like it will never calm, it can be hard to keep going. But I see you in those moments. I see your heart reaching for hope, your spirit refusing to give up. And I want to remind you that your perseverance is not in vain. Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. Galatians 6 verse 9. The work you're doing in your heart, the struggles you're facing, are shaping you into the person I've called you to be. Keep pressing forward. You are closer to victory than you realize. I know that rejection hurts. It stings deep in your soul, making you feel like you're not good enough, that you're undeserving of love or success. But I want you to know that I see you. I see the wounds that no one else sees, and I want to remind you that your worth is not determined by the acceptance of others. People may reject you, but I will never reject you. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. Exodus 14 verse 14. You have my full support. Your value is not found in the opinions of those around you, but in the truth that you are my creation, loved and cherished. You are more than enough. I see how you're fighting against fear. It's the fear of the unknown, the fear of making the wrong decision, the fear of failure that keeps you up at night. But I want to remind you that fear does not have power over you. It is only a shadow that tries to hold you back. You are capable of stepping out in courage, even when you feel afraid. For God gave us a spirit not of fear but of power and love and self-control. 2 Timothy 1 verse 7. You have the power to face your fears, the love to sustain you through the hard times, and the self-discipline to keep going, one step at a time. Do not let fear dictate your choices. You are more than capable of overcoming it. There are times when life feels like an endless series of setbacks. You make one step forward, only to feel like you're knocked back too. The frustrations of things not going as planned can be overwhelming. But I want to encourage you that even in these moments, I am working. My timing is perfect, even when it feels like it's taking too long. For everything there is a season, and a time for every matter under heaven. Ecclesiastes 3 verse 1. The delays, the setbacks, they're not punishment, they're preparation. Trust that I am working everything together for your good, even when you can't see it yet. Every challenge you face is shaping you into the person who will be ready for the blessing ahead. The wait is not wasted. It is part of my plan for you. I know that at times, the pain of feeling misunderstood or unseen can overwhelm you. The loneliness that creeps in when you feel like no one understands what you're going through. I see you in those moments. I see the quiet tears, the moments when you want to give up but refuse to because you're holding on to hope, even if it's just a small thread. You are not forgotten. I have not overlooked your pain. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. Psalm 34 verse 18. I am close to you in your lowest moments. I am holding you when it feels like no one else can. You are never alone in your suffering. I am with you, even when you can't feel my presence. And when you question your purpose, when you wonder if this pain has any meaning, I want you to remember, you were created with a unique purpose. Everything you've been through, the trials, the triumphs, the heartbreaks, and the victories, is part of the story I am writing for you. You have a role in this world that no one else can fulfill. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future. Jeremiah 29 verse 11. Even when it feels like your purpose is unclear, trust that I am leading you. The steps you take today, no matter how small they seem, are part of the beautiful story I am writing for you. Sometimes the struggle is not just physical or emotional. Sometimes it's spiritual. You may feel like you've been distant from me, or that you've made mistakes that disqualify you from receiving my love. But know this, there is nothing that can separate you from my love. For I am convinced that neither death nor life, neither angels nor demons, neither the present nor the future, nor any powers, neither height nor depth, nor anything else in all creation, will be able to separate us from the love of God that is in Christ Jesus our Lord. Romans 8 verses 38 to 39. You are always loved, always cherished, and always welcomed back with open arms. My love for you is unwavering, so do not lose hope. Do not give in to despair. The journey is long, and the road is hard, but you are not walking it alone. I am with you, every step of the way. You are stronger than you realize. You are more resilient than you believe. And I believe in you. Keep moving forward, one step at a time. Keep trusting in my plan, even when you can't see the end. Better days are ahead. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are loved, and you are going to make it through this. You might feel like you've been walking this path for longer than you can remember, and at times it feels like the weight of the world is pressing on your chest, making each breath feel heavy. It's exhausting to keep going when you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. The weariness settles deep in your bones, and you wonder if you can keep fighting. But I want you to know this, you are not alone. I am here, and I have always been here, even when it feels like you're walking through the darkest valley. I see you, standing strong in the face of fear, even when every step feels uncertain. I see the battles you fight when you feel like you're standing alone, the moments when your faith feels like it's wavering. I see the burdens of financial stress, the uncertainty of your future, and the exhaustion that seems never-ending. The feelings of rejection and failure, the sting of unworthiness that cuts deep into your soul. All of it I see. But understand this. These struggles are not a reflection of your worth or value. These moments do not define who you are. What defines you is my love for you. You are precious to me, far beyond what the world can see. You are valued not because of your success or your achievements, but because I created you in my image, with purpose, and with a love that never fades. When life feels like it's crumbling, and the ground beneath you is shaking, I want you to hold on to this. You are not forsaken. The Lord is near to all who call on him, to all who call on him in truth. Psalm 145 verse 18. In every moment of difficulty, I am near, ready to support you, strengthen you, and provide the comfort you need. You are never alone. I know that rejection cuts deeper than anyone can imagine. When people close their hearts to you, or when doors that you've prayed for remain shut, it can feel like the world is telling you that you aren't enough. But hear this, you are more than enough in my eyes. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. Psalm 139 verse 14. No rejection, no closed door, and no hurt can ever take away your worth in my sight. Your identity is not found in the approval of others, but in the truth that I created you for a purpose. I see the self-doubt that creeps in during the quiet moments, the whispers in your mind that tell you you're not capable, that you're not strong enough, that you'll never overcome the challenges before you. But I want to speak truth into your heart today. You are stronger than you realize. You have a strength that comes from me, a resilience that is rooted in my love and power. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Philippians 4 verse 13. You have what you need to face this moment. You are more than capable of walking through this season. It's easy to question why things happen the way they do, especially when life seems unfair. The suffering, the setbacks, the moments of disappointment can make you wonder if I am still in control. But I want you to know that I am always at work, even in the moments you cannot see. My plan for you is not hindered by your circumstances. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future. Jeremiah 29 verse 11. Even when it feels like you're stuck, trust that I am working behind the scenes, orchestrating everything for your good. I understand the fear that grips you in moments of uncertainty. Fear of the future, fear of failure, fear of not being enough. But I want you to remember this. Fear does not have the final word. For the Spirit God gave us does not make us timid, but gives us power, love, and self-discipline. 2 Timothy 1 verse 7. You have the power to face your fears, the love that casts out fear, and the self-discipline to keep going. I am with you every step of the way. You don't have to let fear control you. Your fears, your doubts, your insecurities, they don't have to define you. You are not your fears. You are not your mistakes. You are a beloved child of the Most High God. You are chosen, equipped, and loved beyond measure. For you are a chosen people, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, God's special possession, that you may declare the praises of him who called you out of darkness into his wonderful light. 1 Peter 2 verse 9. I know that sometimes it feels like the answers are slow to come. You're waiting for the breakthrough, waiting for the change, and wondering if the promises I've made will ever come to pass. But remember this, my timing is perfect. It is not slow, and it is not without purpose. For everything there is a season, and a time for every matter under heaven. Ecclesiastes 3 verse 1. Trust that I am at work in your waiting. The delays are not a denial. In my time, I will bring forth the blessings I have prepared for you. Trust in my plan. I know it feels like you're standing at the edge of something new, unsure of where to go next. The uncertainty can be paralyzing, but hear this, I will guide you. I will direct your steps. You don't have to have it all figured out. Take it one step at a time, and trust that I will lead you through every decision, every moment, and every challenge. The Lord will guide you always. Isaiah 58 verse 11. You don't have to navigate this journey alone. Through all the uncertainty, I want to remind you, your journey has meaning. Your struggles are not without purpose. You are being shaped, strengthened, and refined by each challenge you face. And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. Romans 8 verse 28. The pain you feel today will be part of the testimony you'll share tomorrow. Your purpose is greater than you can imagine. The dreams you've had, the passions in your heart, the desire to make a difference, all of these are part of my plan for your life. I have equipped you for a purpose only you can fulfill. Don't give up on it. You may not see it yet, it's that I am unfolding your purpose in my perfect timing. When the world tells you to quit, when your heart says you can't go on, know that I am here to the weary and increases the power of the weak. Isaiah 40 verse 29. You are not too weak. You are not too broken. You are exactly who I created you to be, and I will see you through this. You are capable of enduring. You are capable of rising above your circumstances. Trust that I am with you. Trust that I will never leave you. In your struggles, I am there. In your doubts, I am there. In your victories, I am there. You are never alone. And when the road seems impossible, when your hope feels faint, know that I am your strength. I will not leave you as orphans. I will come to you. John 14 verse 18. I will never abandon you. I will never fail you. My love for you is unwavering, and I will hold you in my arms through every storm. You are loved, you are valued, and you will overcome. The best is yet to come. Let's continue to explore the depths of the challenges people face, acknowledging the very real struggles they endure. The weight of life can sometimes feel unbearable, and you may feel as if your world is crumbling around you. I see it all, the loneliness, the hurt, the desperation. I see the nights you lie awake, wondering how you'll make it through another day. It's easy to lose sight of hope when it feels like everything you've worked for is slipping through your fingers. The exhaustion doesn't just come from the work you do, but from carrying the emotional toll of everything in your life that feels unresolved. Some days, you wonder if you're strong enough to keep moving forward. You feel the burden of disappointment, the crushing weight of unmet expectations, and you wonder if you'll ever be free from this cycle of struggle. I see the way you wrestle with regret, carrying the weight of past mistakes like a heavy chain around your neck. You've tried to move on, to forgive yourself, but it feels impossible. The voice of guilt echoes in your mind, and you wonder if you'll ever be able to let go of the shame. But I want you to know this: you are forgiven. Your past does not define you. As far as the east is from the west, so far has he removed our transgressions from us. Psalm 103 verse 12. The mistakes you've made do not have the power to determine your future. You are free in me, and I have already paid the price for your redemption. I also see the pressure you feel to measure up, to meet expectations that seem impossible, live up to the standards set by others, or even by yourself. The fear of disappointing those around you weighs on you, and you wonder if you'll ever be enough. The relentless drive to succeed, to prove yourself, to show the world that you can handle everything on your own, is exhausting. But hear this: you do not have to carry the burden of perfection. It is okay to not have it all together. Your value is not found in your accomplishments or your ability to meet others' expectations. You are enough, just as you are. The Lord is near to the brokenhearted and saves the crushed in spirit. Psalm 34 verse 18. Even in your moments of weakness, I am near, offering comfort and lifting you up. The loneliness that creeps in when the people around you don't seem to understand your pain, when you feel like you're walking a road that nobody else can relate to, it cuts deep. You long for someone to hear your struggles, to acknowledge your heartache. But even when others fail to see you, I see you. I will never leave you nor forsake you. Hebrews 13 verse 5. You are never alone in your suffering. You have my presence, my love, and my comfort. I am here, and I am with you in every moment, even in the silence. I see the pressure you feel in relationships, the misunderstandings, the hurt, the unresolved conflict. The strain between people who once loved each other, the distance that grows when words fall short, when reconciliation feels impossible. These broken connections hurt deeply, and you wonder if things can ever be restored. But trust that I am a God of restoration, for I will restore the fortunes of the land as they were before. Jeremiah 33 verse 11. I am capable of mending what is broken, healing reconciliation where it feels impossible. Even when repair, I am able to work miracles. Trust in my timing and my ability to restore. There is also the weight of constant worry that weighs on your heart, your future, your finances, your health, or your loved ones. The constant anxiety about what tomorrow will bring can feel paralyzing. You wonder if you'll ever find peace, if you'll ever be free from the constant barrage of fearful thoughts. But I want you to release your worry into my hands. Cast all your anxiety on him because he cares for you. 1 Peter 5 verse 7. You do not have to bear the weight of your worries alone. I am here to carry them for you. Trust in my provision. Trust in my faithfulness. Trust that I will provide what you need, when you need it. I see the heartache that comes with seeing dreams that seem so far out of reach. You've worked hard, prayed hard, and given everything you have to pursue a dream, but sometimes it feels like you're running in circles, like you're getting nowhere. It's painful to see others succeed while you're still waiting for your breakthrough. You wonder if your dreams will ever come true. But I want to encourage you, do not lose heart. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and weary. they will walk and not be faint. Isaiah 40 verse 31. Your dreams are not forgotten. Even when you don't see the way forward, I am at work. Keep trusting, keep believing, and keep moving forward. The breakthrough is coming. It's also the quiet struggle of trying to find your purpose, wondering why you're here, and if your life really matters. The feeling that your existence is insignificant, that you're just another face in the crowd, can leave you questioning everything. But I want you to hear this: your life is not meaningless. You have a purpose, a role to play in my grand plan. For we are God's handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do. Ephesians 2 verse 10. You are uniquely created, with gifts and talents that are meant to make a difference in this world. Trust that I am leading you to your purpose, even if it's not fully clear right now. Your life matters, and your contribution is important. And let's not forget the silent pain of feeling overlooked, unappreciated, or invisible. You work tirelessly, you often feels like your efforts go unnoticed. The lack of recognition can be discouraging, and the feeling of being taken for granted can make you question if anyone truly sees the sacrifices you make. But know this: I see everything you do, and we have not stopped praying for you, asking God to fill you with the knowledge of His will through all the wisdom and understanding that the Spirit gives. Colossians 1 verse 9. Every act of service, every moment of sacrifice is seen by me, and I am with you in it. Keep going, knowing that your labor is not in vain. In the midst of these challenges, you may wonder if it's worth it. But I want to remind you it is. Your journey has meaning. Every tear you've shed, every struggle you've faced, every moment of doubt, each one is part of the story I am writing with you. And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose. Romans 8 verse 28. Keep trusting, keep walking, keep believing that I am working all things together for your good. Your story is far from over. So when it feels like the challenges are too much, when you wonder if you can make it through another day, remember this: you are not alone. You are seen. You are loved. You are worthy. And you are more than capable of overcoming every obstacle in your path, because I am with you every step of the way. My love for you will never fail. My strength is yours to carry you through, and my plan for you is good. Keep trusting, keep hoping, and keep believing in my promises. You are stronger than you think, and the best is yet to come. I see the burdens you carry, the weight on your heart, and the questions that fill your mind. I know the struggles you face, the financial stress that seems to never end, the rejection that hurts deeper than words express, the feelings of unworthiness that invade your thoughts, and the fear that holds you back from stepping forward. I understand the doubt that clouds your vision, the exhaustion that pulls at your spirit, and the longing for answers that seems to go unanswered. But hear this: you are not alone. I see you. I know every part of your journey, every heartache, every tear, and every sleepless night. You may feel overwhelmed, lost, and uncertain, but I am here, always present, even in the darkest moments. I walk beside you, even when you can't feel my presence. I have never left you, and I never will. You are not defined by your struggles. Your worth is not tied to your circumstances. The challenges you face do not determine who you are or the future I have for you. You are valuable, not because of what you've done or haven't done, not because of your success or failures, but because you are mine. You are loved. You are cherished. And nothing, no circumstance, no difficulty can ever change that. The path you walk may seem difficult and confusing, but I want you to know this: I am working all things for your good. I am orchestrating events, weaving your story with my purpose. Even when you can't see the way forward, trust that I am guiding you. You may not understand it now, but every step you take, every setback, every detour, is a part of the plan I have for you. Do not fear. Do not be afraid. For I am with you, and my presence is your strength. I will never leave you nor forsake you. I have already prepared the way before you. I know what you need and when you need it, and my timing is perfect. Trust that I am working in your life, even when you feel like you are in the waiting room. Just because you cannot see the big picture does not mean I am not at work. Faith is the foundation of everything. Faith is what carries you when your strength fails, when your mind is clouded with doubt, and when the road ahead is uncertain. When you place your faith in me, you are choosing to trust that I see what you cannot. I know the end from the beginning. I understand what you are going through, and I will bring you through it. You might feel like you've been knocked down, that you can't keep going, but resilience is born out of the very challenges that seem to threaten your peace. I know it's hard. I know the weight feels too much to carry, but I have equipped you with strength that you do not always recognize. You have the ability to rise again, stronger than before. My grace is sufficient for you, and my power is made perfect in weakness. In those moments when you feel like giving up, when you think the fight is too long or the climb too steep, remember that I am with you. You do not have to do it alone. I am holding you up. I am lifting you when you can't stand. The Apostle Paul, in 2 Corinthians 4 verses 8 to 9, understood this truth. We are hard pressed on every side, but not crushed, perplexed but not in despair, persecuted but not abandoned, struck down but not destroyed. You may be facing hard times, but you will not be destroyed. Your resilience, rooted in my love, will see you through. Trust in my timing, even when it feels like nothing is happening. My ways are not your ways, and my timing is not your timing, but I can assure you that my timing is perfect. I am orchestrating events, not only for your benefit, but for the good of many. You may not see the full plan, but trust that I am working behind the scenes, preparing you for what lies ahead. I have a purpose for your life, a unique and beautiful purpose that only you can fulfill. The struggles you face are not meaningless. They are part of the story I am writing with you. Every hardship you endure, every trial you go through, is shaping you, building your character, and preparing you for the future I have planned for you. You might not understand why things are happening the way they are, but I want you to remember this. My plans for you are good. I know the thoughts I think toward you, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you a future and a hope. Jeremiah 29 verse 11. You are not here by accident. Your life matters. Your purpose matters. Your story matters. And it is unfolding, even now, in ways that you cannot fully comprehend. Know this, I believe in you. I believe in your strength, your resilience, your ability to overcome. When you feel weak, I will be your strength. When you feel afraid, I will be your courage. When you feel lost, I will be your guide. I will never leave you nor forsake you. Hebrews 13 verse 5. You are not alone. Even when the world seems to be against you, I am with you. You have been called for such a time as this. Your life has eternal significance. Everything you are going through is preparing you for what I have called you to do. Do not let fear or doubt cloud your vision. Do not let the challenges define you. You are more than the sum of your struggles. I have equipped you for every challenge that lies ahead. You are stronger than you know. You are braver than you believe. And you are never without hope, because I am always with you. You have everything you need in me. Even when you feel like you don't have enough, I will provide. Even when you feel like you're not enough, I will remind you that in me, you are complete. When you feel weak, remember, I am your strength. When you feel broken, I will heal you. When you feel unsure, I will guide you. Trust in my love, trust in my timing, and trust in my plan for you. You are not alone in this journey. I will never leave you. You are mine, and I will never let go. Keep your head high, dear one. Keep moving forward. Trust that every step is a step toward your destiny. You are capable of more than you can imagine. Your journey is far from over, and I am walking with you every step of the way. You are loved, more than you can understand, and you are never forgotten. I believe in you. Always have, always will. I see your weariness, the way life weighs heavily on you, each day feeling like a battle. I know the pain you're enduring, the ache of loneliness that cuts deeper than any physical wound, the sorrow that feels endless, the frustration of feeling stuck in a cycle of setbacks, doubts, and confusion. It feels as though no matter how hard you try, the walls keep closing in, and the world keeps pressing in on you. I understand your struggle with financial stress, the constant worry about bills, debts, and the fear of not being able to provide or make ends meet. I see the silent tears you shed when you feel like no one is watching, the nights spent awake, hoping for a breakthrough, yet each day seems to bring more of the same. I see the rejection that has hurt you, the job you didn't get, the relationship that fell apart, the friendships that turned cold. It stings, doesn't it? That feeling of being unworthy, unwanted, and unseen. But I want you to know, you are not alone in this. I have walked beside you every step of the way, even when you couldn't feel my presence. Every rejection you've faced is not a reflection of your worth. It's not a sign that you've failed or that you are not enough. Rejection is simply a stepping stone on the path I've laid out for you. Know that your worth is not tied to what others think of you, nor is it defined by your circumstances. You are precious to me. You have been made with purpose, with unique gifts and talents, with an identity that cannot be shaken by the opinions of others or the circumstances that surround you. I created you, and in my eyes, you are loved, worthy, and cherished. I know the struggle with fear, the fear that holds you back, the fear of what could go wrong, the fear of the unknown, the fear that makes your heart race and your hands tremble. Fear can feel paralyzing, making you question whether you're strong enough, brave enough, or capable enough to face the future. But hear this. I did not give you a spirit of fear, but one of power, love, and a sound mind. 2 Timothy 1 verse 7. You have within you the power to overcome fear, not in your own strength, but in mine. My love casts out all fear. 1 John 4 verse 18. And when you lean into me, when you trust me with your heart, I will be your courage. I know that self-doubt can be loud, whispering lies that make you question who you are, what you've accomplished, and whether you are worthy of the dreams I've placed in your heart. But I want you to remember that you were made in my image, Genesis 1 verse 27, and nothing about you is a mistake. I created you to be strong, to be resilient, to face challenges with the power of my spirit within you. And yes, I see your fears and doubts, but I also see the strength and courage you don't even recognize in yourself. Trust in my plan for you. I know you don't always understand it, and that's okay. Trusting me with your life doesn't mean you'll always have all the answers, but it means you choose to believe that I am good, that I am faithful, and that my plans for you are good, even when they don't make sense. I promise, no setback is wasted. Every experience, every challenge, every victory, and every disappointment is all part of a plan that leads you closer to the purpose I have for your life. I know you have moments of exhaustion, when you feel like you've given all that you can, and there's nothing left. Life can be relentless, and it can feel like the fight never ends. But I want you to hear this. I am with you in the struggle. Even when you're weary, when you feel like giving up, I will renew your strength. I will lift you up when you fall, and I will carry you when you can't go any further. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. Isaiah 40 verse 31. You are not defeated. You are still standing, still pressing forward, and that in itself is a victory. You are resilient. You have faced so much already, and yet you continue to rise. That is the power of my love working in you. Even when you feel like you're at your lowest, my hand is there, lifting you up, helping you find the strength to keep going. You may be questioning your purpose, wondering what it is that I have. I feel like without one purpose for your life. It's a purpose that is uniquely yours, a purpose that no one else can fulfill. Even when you can't see it, even when the path seems unclear, I am guiding you. You are part of something bigger than yourself. Your life matters, your story matters, and you are not just going through the motions. You are living a life with meaning, and each step you take brings you closer to the person I have called you to be. The road may not always be easy. There will be times when you feel lost, uncertain, or unsure of the future. But remember, you are not walking this road alone. I am with you every single step of the way. In the moments when you feel uncertain, I am your guide. When you feel lost, I will lead you. When you feel hopeless, I will remind you that I am your hope. Remember the promise I made in Isaiah 41 verse 10. Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. In the darkest times, I am your light. When you don't have the strength to go on,